Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering, is one more year of Big Ben Roethlisberger good for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdowns here at Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, let's get right into the action. Looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers last year, 11-0 to start the year. Everyone thought that they was a pretty good team, and then from there it went straight downhill. Not only did Big Ben go down, but you had a couple of issues throughout the year. When you look at injuries on the defensive side of the ball, they had one of the best defenses to start the year, and that slowly came to an end with all the injuries from their linebacking core, defensive ends, different things that they had come up. And you also look at the struggles late with Big Ben Roethlisberger throwing the football. Towards the later part of the year, he could not throw the football down the field, and you saw them get decimated on national television against the Cleveland Browns in the opening round of the wild card round of the playoffs. So when you're looking at overall what this team is for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're talking about a team that when it's healthy on defense, an elite team on defense. Watt and company, they bring something different to the fold when they are healthy. They're able to fly around to the football. They are able to do a lot of things. They can create good mismatches for the defense to where they have opportunistic plays to make interceptions, fumbles, and return it for touchdowns. When you look at the offensive side of the ball, while they are skilled at the wide receiver position, they have a lot of drops. They have had so many drops this year. I think it may have led the NFL in drops as a team. You're also looking at Big Ben, his inability to throw the ball down the field, and it created such an issue for them that in the game against the Cleveland Browns, the corners were not even going deep. They were not even daring anybody to throw it deep. They were covering all the up-close routes. So it's so many different things. I would say, in general, if they had a backup plan available, not Mason Rudolph, that if they would have groomed another quarterback, I would say you could either go in free agency, but he's going to have to restructure his deal. He's probably going to be back next year, but I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers have an adequate plan in place of replacing him. That $40 million cap hit is probably going to be less than $10 million, if you will, because the Steelers are over the cap right now. So they're going to have to get everything incentive based on Big Ben's deal and make sure that he understands there's an expectation for them, Super Bowl or bust. They need to draft a running back or either get a running back in free agency. They need to do a better job of run blocking as well, because the Pittsburgh Steelers, if you don't have a run game, it's hard to protect your defense or your offense at that point. It's a lot that goes with it. Over the years, we've seen some talented teams from Big Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but you have to ask yourself, at this point in time, what does he have to offer? If you brought a younger guy in, could you effectively do the same things that he's doing? The answer is probably yes. With this current draft that you have coming up, you have a lot of good quarterbacks coming out. Free agency. This is maybe the biggest free agent market or trade market for quarterbacks. So in my humble opinion, I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers should look in a different direction. I think they should go out and try to get a quarterback in free agency and or the draft and try to put together a place for them to either get a bridge quarterback, because I don't think it's Ben that's going to be the bridge quarterback. Again, the Pittsburgh Steelers is a first-class organization. They don't believe in getting rid of quarterbacks or coaches like that, but in this case, I think Big Ben should move on from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that they can still have a championship push without Big Ben. They just got to get a younger quarterback in there. You have players like Jameis Winston. I know that they did sign Dwayne Haskins in the offseason, but I don't know if he is the answer to their problem. But you do have everything from Jacoby Brissett in Indy. You could possibly trade for him. You look at Dak Prescott possibly coming up on the market. You have a lot of different quarterbacks that are coming up on the market. I know Andy Dalton may be coming off his deal in Dallas. I mean, you got a lot of guys that can just be a stopgap until you develop your guy. So are you Pittsburgh Steelers fans? Are you other NFL fans? Get in the comment section now. Let me know what you're feeling. Let me know what you're thinking so we can debate this a little bit further in the comment section. But until then, I want to thank you so very much. Definitely check out the rest of our archives of footage. And until next time, good people, be safe.